My name is Peter Dahmen. I'm an independent designer and a paper artist. When I received the proposal from Iggesund, I was so happy because I knew the cards that Iggesund made in the years before, and I was so pleased that they're now asking me to create this year's greeting cards. But at the same time, I was a little bit afraid because I love to create very, very complex things. In this case, I couldn't create a pop-up card because Iggesund asked me to create something that can be produced 1,000 times, several thousand times to be honest. So I had to limit myself to a feasible solution. When Iggesund asked me to create something, I was right from the very beginning starting to think of a solution, but at the same time I had to prepare a business flight. So I went to bed and couldn't fall asleep because I was thinking of a possible solution for this project. And very late at night, I had all of a sudden the idea of a foldable toy. And I loved this idea, so I stood up again, made a very rough sketch, and I realized there were only 3 hours to sleep in that night, but I slept, and on the very next day on my flight to my client, I started to calculate the number of variations that could be possible. And I thought it could be just a few hundred, but I found out it's more than 44,000. 44,716 to be exact. When I actually started to work on this process, I started to work with my hands. I had to try it out in real life with real paper, with the real substrates to find out the right way to fold it, the color design, the size and the level of complexity. So I made, let's say, about 20 models to find the perfect fit, the perfect shape until everything fits properly. 2 years ago, it would have been a real challenge for me to find a suitable production company. But today, I know the company Hicon, who invented a digital cutting and creasing machine. And since I knew them, I already knew that this project could be put into practice. Another challenge would have been to find the possible paper. But since this request came from Iggesund, I already had the access to Invacode. And working with this paper quality is so wonderful because you can fold it 100 times. I made some tests with different types of paper, and they're all already broken, but the Invacode versions, they are working pretty well. You can fold them 100 times and I'm very happy.